YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. Just wanted to share with you guys the stuff that I've gotten since the last video that I recorded. So, lots to talk about, so I wanted to get this started. So, first off, we went to Walmart. Me and the wife went to a Walmart and a Goodwill. And it's September, so now is the time where all the stores start pouring out their Halloween stuff. And like I've mentioned in some of my other videos, I always try to add stuff that I can use for costumes. And that was the case with the places that we went. At Walmart, I found this. This is a mask from Batman v Superman. It's only half a mask. But I thought it was pretty cool because you can put it on. And then you're Batman. So I needed a Batman mask. And this was on sale. They're trying to get rid of all their Batman v Superman stuff. And this was an adult size. They had an adult size for $4. And then a child's for $2. But this fit pretty well. I like the molding. I would prefer if it was a complete thing, but I like the molding on this. So I bought that because, you know, it's Batman, and I don't have a Batman cowl. Then at Walmart, they also had a hockey mask. It just said hockey mask. It didn't specify for anything. They had this one, and then they had a glow-in-the-dark one, but the glow-in-the-dark one looked weird. So I went with this one with the traditional, you know, hockey mask. So there you go. If I want to, on Halloween, if I want to go as Jason Voorhees, I can now do so because I was missing a mask. And this one was super cheap. This one was $1, if I remember correctly. It was $1 for the hockey mask. So I was like, sure. I needed a hockey mask because I bought the machete that I showcased in the last pickup video, so now I have a hockey mask to, you know, if I want to go disguised as Jason Voorhees, I can now do so. Also, they had a whole bunch of stuff. Usually it's better to go after Halloween, because after Halloween everything has 75% off. But we went there and we picked up a bunch of stuff. I also picked up this. It's a little cowl thing, but with the skull thing here. If you played Call of Duty, there's a character called Ghost that uses something like this, just with a you know, the full tactical gear. So I was like, well, I have a couple of Nerf guns, and I have a tactical jacket and stuff like that. So yeah, I bought this. I can. You know, also go disguised as Ghost from Call of Duty. And I also picked up this one, this little thing, which you just put on. And this, the other one covers, only leaves your eyes uncovered. This one I think is more like a wizard or a knight sort of thing, but it covers up and leaves your face open. And the reason why I bought this one is because you know, if I combine it with the Batman mask, now I have a cowl. See, it covers up my face like a cowl would, and it looks a little weird on the back. But you know, if I want to go disguised as Batman, now I could do so because now I have something to cover everything up. So I would just put on a cape, a Batman shirt, and I'm Batman. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it complemented the Batman mask pretty awesomely. So yeah, now I have all the parts I need for a Batman costume. Because, you know, if you can be Batman, always be Batman. And I just noticed that the red color of my shirt is giving me a red tint on the video, so that's kind of weird. Bought some books. It's been a while since I bought some books. And I picked up the complete Chronicles of Narnia softcover. This is a softcover. It's not. I prefer hardcovers because they tend to last longer and they take more damage, and yeah, but this is a softcover I found at a second-hand store, and it's the complete Chronicles of Narnia. It has all the books in the Chronicles of Narnia, and whoever owned this book before crossed the pages where the books start. And it's 7 books, and I got this super, super cheap, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. Originally cost $20. I paid $2. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Also picked up some Anne Rice books. Now, the Anne Rice books, Interview with a Vampire, she wrote Interview with a Vampire, then it got adapted into that movie with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. I like the mythology of the vampires. I like the whole vampire lore that Anne Rice created. The books themselves are interesting to read. They're kind of weird. The vampires partake in some very weird things. But I like the mythology. I like the whole world set up around the vampires. So I only have the Vampire Lestat. I want to get a copy of Interview with a Vampire and Queen of the Damned. But I found a hardcover of Blood and Gold. I like the cover here. It's very weird. It's about this really old vampire that was turned during Roman times. So he explains his whole story and how he became the caretaker of the original vampire queen, the Queen of the Damned. And I also picked up Blackwood Farm, also hardcover. Love hardcover. So yeah, the Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice are good reads. They're very interesting. Again, the world, the setup is very cool. But yeah, it's a bit. It has some parts that are a bit weird, but nonetheless, still pretty cool. Picked up a couple of movies. Picked up World Trade Center, starring Nicolas Cage. I have a Nicolas Cage collection going. I'm still missing a number of his key movies, but it's getting there. It's getting there, and this is of course dealing with the 9/11 disasters, and it's directed by Oliver Stone. So yeah, I haven't not actually seen that one. For my daughter, I picked up Rio 2. Me and the wife like Rio. The first one's very colorful. The second one was okay, but the thing that these movies have is that they're very bright and very colorful. So I want to have a nice selection of movies for my daughter when she gets interested in stuff. Also picked up American Legends. This is a collection of Disney shorts from American Legends, as the name says, like Paul Bunyan, John Henry, Johnny Appleseed, and The Brave Engineer. Also picked up for my wife, Gilmore Girls, the complete first season. She likes Gilmore Girls. She's actually marathoning Gilmore Girls before the new season starts. They're going to do a very short season revisiting the characters. It's going to be on Netflix for 6 episodes, I think. But my wife's really excited about that because she wants to, revisit that show. Also, always on the lookout for anime, and I picked up Pat Labor. I've never actually seen this one, but it looks very cool. And I'm always on the lookout for anime. Also, finally picked up Heavy Metal. I've been looking for a copy on DVD or Blu-ray of Heavy Metal. This is Blu-ray. I bought it for the price of a DVD, which is about $1. And looking forward to watching this because I've always heard people talk about it, but I've never actually seen Heavy Metal. Also, to add to my Adam Sandler collection, because I have an Adam Sandler thing going, I picked up Saturday Night Live's The Best of Adam Sandler. So, yeah, it's the best clips that he did during his run on Saturday Night Live. And with this, I'm still missing Pixels. I have to get Pixels. Also, tracked down a copy of The Brave Little Toaster, which I've always said that this feels to me like the inspiration for Toy Story, because it's about this group of appliances that get lost and then they have to somehow get back to their original owner. and it's pretty cool, and it has some very dark moments. But I like this one. I like this one quite a bit. I'm still trying to track down a copy of the Halloween Tree. Not a lot of people know about that one, but I remember what they would pass it, for a number of years on TV, and I loved the Halloween Tree. But I'm still trying to look for this. The other one I'm missing is that I bought for my daughter a DVD for Peppa Pig. My daughter loves Peppa Pig, and we bought her one DVD before. But she's watched that so many times that we decided to buy a second one. But that box is with my daughter, so we bought Peppa Pig and the Golden Boots, which is like a 15 minutes episode, and it has the 9 little episodes. But yes, I bought for my daughter Peppa Pig and the Golden Boots, but I don't have it here because it's where my daughter is. And from here on out, I'm going to talk about Nerf stuff because I've bought some Nerf guns. My wife says that I should probably stop buying so many Nerf guns, but I come across them and they're super cheap, and it's kind of hard for me to let a bargain go. But I think I will definitely try to stop buying so many Nerf guns because it's getting kind of out of hand because I don't have right now any room to put them on. But I went to Walmart when I bought the Peppa Pig DVD and the Batman mask and everything, and I bought Elite darts. These cost me $10, and they're 30 foam darts. So, I can now use the blasters, and there's 30 of these things. So, yeah. Also, found this box. This is an ammo box for something else that I'm going to show. But right now I'm using it to put in the foam darts. So I thought this was pretty cool. It's a nice little ammo box, so I can just, put everything there. Also found a 6-dart magazine clip, which actually it has darts. These are previous to the Elite darts. These are streamlined darts. And these are the ones that you would put on the blasters, and then you can just connect it on a blaster and just start shooting. So I needed a magazine, and I found a magazine. Where do I start? Okay, so I also found this one at a Goodwill. It actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 darts. 6 darts here, and I don't know the name of this. I looked it up before the video. I think it's called the Strike Fire. Yeah, it's the Strike Fire. And this is just a little handgun that you prime by doing this, and then you shoot. And it shoots very well. It's actually a very, very strong blaster. And the thing is that it has normally these type of guns have a tactical rail here, but this one has a reverse tactical, so you can put this at the bottom of a blaster, and it can serve as a handle. And if you prime it before and then connect it, when you run out of ammo, you have one shot that you can shoot someone at with this. So I thought it was pretty cool because it works like a handle, for one of the bigger guns that I have. So now I got that at Goodwill for $3 because it had the darts, but I decided to keep the gun. Another blaster that I bought is this one. This is the Night Finder. It has a little light. If you press the button, it glows. And the thing about this one is that you can move this thing and the light moves. The light is very, very weak. I'm aiming right now at the wall, and it barely registers. But it has 2 dart holders here, and then you pull this thing to prime it, you shoot, and it also shoots very strongly. So yeah, I like pistols, and I thought that was pretty cool. Other people might disagree. This is not a Nerf gun. This is actually it's from the Smarter Image, and it's like this hover targeting game. It throws air, so these little plastic things hover, and then it throws water, and another things hover. But I only found the gun. This is only the gun for the Sharper Image hover target thing. But The way this one is actually, it throws the darts. It came with some darts that I have in the dart box, and it throws them very far. But this one is the least comfortable priming thing because you have to grab it, so and then you shoot. But this is not very comfortable to actually prime. But it does shoot very far, so I liked it because it reminded me of Kylo Ren's costume. It's black with silver here, so it reminded me of Kylo Ren. So I thought, well, Kylo Ren is a Sith. He doesn't use blasters, but I liked it because it reminded me of Kylo Ren. Also, I picked up 2 laser dart scopes. These are scopes. Like I said, it has the tactical thing here that goes on tactical rails. For example, this is the Nerf tactical rail, so you can just click this thing in there. Well, click better like this, and and you can connect this on your tactical rails. And the thing about these is that they're also lights like the Night Finder, and you can use a flashlight mode or a laser dot. Unfortunately, it works just like the Night Finder. You can barely notice that the thing is there. But I needed scopes. I just need to paint them black, and I think they'll look pretty cool on my blasters as scope blasters. What else? Oh, I also bought and found and bought an 18 dart magazine. The only other big magazine that I have is the one that I bought that came along, the Rapid Strike, and the big assault rifle thing that I showcased in the last video. So it's always cool to have another one. This is pretty long. It's pretty cool. Just put the darts in here, and it holds 18 darts. You can just shoot people with that, but be careful because they're darts, and you might poke someone's eye out. Also, I have everything on the floor because I don't know where to put these things. I picked up the Vortex Praxis. This is kind of like a shotgun. Unlike the other blasters that I'm going to show, this works with discs, little green discs. This one has a magazine, and you would put the discs in here. Then you connect it to this thing. You pull this one sort of like a pump handle shotgun. It doesn't register, unfortunately, if it doesn't have a disc. You can't prime it if it doesn't have a disc. It's a security measure that Nerf did for this one. But if this thing would have had a disc, you can prime this thing and then you shoot. And this originally came with a stock, but I can put any Nerf stock and I can just shoulder it like this and then just. The thing is that I have to buy discs. Unfortunately, the Vortex line has been discontinued, so it's going to be kind of hard to find the little foam discs. But I'll look. Someday they might come. I might find them. Also found another 35 Nerf drum. Same thing, like the magazines. You just put in the darts here, and then as you're firing your gun, this thing rotates, and you keep shooting darts. So. I already had one. This will go great with the Rhino Fire that I bought and showed on the last video. Also, somewhere down the line, I hope my daughter, wants to play darts with me. And so I picked up for her this Rebel Guardian crossbow. Basically what you do here is that you prime it, and this thing extends, and then when you shoot, you have to pull this thing forward again, and then it throws one of those darts. So the Rebel line it's marketed for girls. It has pink and purple and all these little colors, and so I have all these boy blasters. I thought, I have a daughter, maybe somewhere down the line she might want something for her, so now she does. And I also found this other one for her. And this is like a bow. This one was marketed. The Rebel line has a lot of bows because they wanted to cash in the Hunger Games so that all the girls can be like Katniss Everdeen. So this one is a bow. Literally just pull it until you see a little green thing there. release, and then the dart would fire. It's a single shot, but I thought it was pretty cool. The colors are very nice, and it's a bow. It's a bow. It's very simple. You just have to, hold it like this, release, and the dart would fly out. So yeah. Also found, whoa, dropping everything here. Found this thing. This is the Firefly. What's this thing called? The Firefly Rev 8. And this one's pretty cool. This one's pretty awesome, I think. It has dart holders here, so you can hold 8 darts. And the front barrel holds 8 darts as well. So you prime it like this. And then you shoot it like this. It doesn't have any batteries, but this one, you can put batteries here, and you turn on this little switch here. And every time you shoot, this thing does like a little muzzle flash. So I thought that was pretty cool. This looks pretty badass, and it's very comfortable to holster. This is pretty cool. I wish I could find another one of these, because there's a blue version of this, and that one looks pretty badass. So I'm hoping I can find that blue version. But this is pretty cool. This is very comfy. This is a nice blaster, and and if it had batteries, again, this thing would flash very, very nicely. Also found this thing. This is from the Dark Tag series, like the Swarmfire and the Snapfire 8. This is the Speedload 6. It has an internal magazine, so you just put the darts here, and then you prime it with this, and then you shoot. And it's pretty cool because you don't have to fumble with magazines. This thing has its own magazine, and you just pop in the darts there, prime it. I like the look of it. Again, this would also work great with my Bumblebee costume, because it looks very much like Bumblebee. Speaking of my Snapfire 8, unfortunately that thing broke. It was already broken when I bought it. The turret would circle, but it wasn't until I bought the darts that I tried to test it out that I realized that it wouldn't shoot. So I opened it up, and a bunch of pieces came out. So I tried to glue them with hot glue, and it worked. It would shoot, but a couple of days ago it just crapped out on me completely. The Snapfire 8, unfortunately, is dead. That thing doesn't shoot at all. I tried everything I can think of to fix it, and I couldn't fix it. So it's dead. That one will only work as a costume piece, but yeah, I found this replacement, and I think it's pretty cool. It also looks like the Judge Dredd gun, which I thought was pretty cool. I like the design of this. It looks a lot like the Judge Dredd gun, and like I've mentioned before, Judge Dredd's gun is my favorite gun of all movie guns that I've ever seen. More so than the Alien, the Space Marine gun from Aliens. That one just has so many functions that I think is awesome. Also picked up, this is not a Nerf gun, this is a Boomco. Also released for the Batman v Superman movie. It's a tie-in thing. Boomco, there's Busby, Boomco, and Nerf. They're the main blaster producers. Boomco doesn't handle foam darts. It handles like little straw darts that have a sticky end. I also bought a 30 dart pack that unfortunately I didn't bring here, but so I thought I could fit those darts into Nerf, but they don't fit because they're different. They're slightly slimmer, and the material is different, so it just won't shoot on any of the guns. But it will on Boomco. So I bought this one because I bought the Batman mask, and I needed a Batman grappling gun. So I found this, and it's a nice surprise that this thing is Boomco, so it'll take the Boomco darts. The way that this works is that you pull this thing here, prime it, put the dart here. Well, you have to put the dart here, prime it, and then shoot. And it shoots very hard, actually. I don't know what difference this thing has from the Nerf guns, but this fires insanely strong. And now that I have the tools to make a Batman costume, I need my Batman grappling gun. So yeah, now my Batman costume is almost complete. I just need to build the gauntlet things with the spikes, and that's it. I'm done. Also picked this thing up at a flea market. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a back harness, but it has like these holster things. So I was like, I can use this for a costume. So I did. I bought it, and you can fit some Nerf guns here. And I also made this thing. It's just a cardboard box that I painted black and put a strap here on the front, so I can put Nerf darts. I can just put Nerf darts, stick my hand in there, and load as I need them. So I thought it was pretty cool. You know, if I ever go to a Nerf event, or if I just played Nerf with my daughter or my nephews. So yeah, I when I get into something, I get amazingly obsessive over it. So I tend to go all out, and it's like I said, it's becoming a bit of a problem. Also, I bought the Vulcan EBF-25. Now this thing, unfortunately, when I bought it, I was super excited that I found it so cheap, and it wasn't until much later that I realized, because this thing works on batteries, and it unfortunately I didn't realize doesn't come with the battery pack. It would have this massive box thing here where you would put 6 D batteries, and like an idiot, I didn't see that it didn't have that. So this thing won't work with batteries at all because it doesn't have the battery pack. Supposedly you can still use it manually, but you need this chain cable thing, which unfortunately I also didn't realize you needed. So this is pretty much a big costume gun, because it looks pretty badass. It looks, you know, you could use it like that and be like, but without that belt thing, this thing is useless. This thing is pretty much useless. You need the belt thing, because in the belt thing you would put the darts, and then you would prime it by pulling this thing, and then you would shoot, and then the dart would fly through. But without that belt thing, this is just a cool costume gun. It really won't do anything without that. And I felt like I thought it looked cool. I thought it was cool. I got it really cheap. For how big it is, I was like, oh my god, this is super cheap. I'm buying it. And then when I got home to see how it worked, the darts, it doesn't have a spot to put the darts in. And then I researched it online, and yeah, that's when I realized it needed the stupid belt thing. But oh well. Also found this thing. This thing is a long strike. This is Nerf's sniper rifle. It's very long, as you can tell. It has magazine storage here, and what you do here is that you pull this thing, and then you just shoot, and boom, goes the dart. It's magazine fed, so you have to put a magazine to actually, you know, use it. Pull this thing back, put the magazine, and you have yourself a sniper rifle. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Also got it super cheap. You would not believe how cheap I'm getting these Nerf guns. And it's really long. Again, the thing about these big ass guns is that they take up too much space, and that's the problem that I'm encountering. That I'm having a bit of a problem storing these, and rightly so. My wife thinks that I should stop buying these big ass guns, because eventually I'm gonna run out of space. But they're so cheap, and they work, and they look cool. I mean, this thing looks amazing, and it's a sniper rifle. And you know, if you know, I want to, you know, play at snipering people, I can do so. And I just think it looks pretty cool. And I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube on how to paint them so they look kind of like Call of Duty guns. So yeah. And the last one I bought, and the last thing I'm going to share, is that's the long strike, and this is the long shot. This came first. This thing has an adjustable stock, which now doesn't want to work. There we go. It has a stock. It also has a priming mechanism that you do that. This thing has turret legs, so you know you can put it like that, so it looks even cooler. And this one has this barrel extension, which is actually a blaster. You know, it's its own blaster. It's not a very good blaster, unfortunately. The darts are ridiculous, but you connect it to this thing, and you have a big-ass gun. And this thing reminds me of the, also of the gun from the Aliens, Space Marines. And I thought it was pretty cool, and I love it. I love how it feels. I love how it looks. It sounds pretty strong. So yeah, I fell in love with this, and now I have I have 4 really big ass Nerf guns, and I really like it. I really like I said, when I really get into something, I get super obsessed over it. So yeah, but I definitely will have to stop buying big ass guns because they take up too much space. They're cool to hold and to, you know, fire and everything, and you feel like a badass carrying this big ass gun, you know, shooting darts. I actually want to take, you know, when she's older, my daughter, and target practice with these things because they're fun. I think they're fun. But yeah, I do have to cut down on the big guns. There's honestly, the long shot was the one that I was trying to look for because I like how it looks. It reminds me a lot of the Aliens, the Space Marines from Aliens. And just like this one also reminded me of a very futuristic gun thing. I like how it, you know, how it feels. But other than this, there's not that many guns that I would be interested in getting. The only thing that I would still like to get is a crossbolt. It's basically like a crossbow. The crossbow that Daryl uses from The Walking Dead. That's the only type of gun that I would actively hunt for. And you know, little pistols. There's still a couple of pistols out there that look pretty sweet. But yeah, as far as the big guns, I don't think I'm. See, you can. Oh, that looks pretty cool. If I don't break it. Scope here. So the thing I'm liking about Nerf is that, you know, it looks cool once you have the darts and you can fire them. It's pretty awesome to, you know, fire darts all over the place. And I've seen I'm addicted to watching videos on how to paint them, how to mod them, how to make a gun even cooler. So, but like I said, when I get into something, I tend to go, you know, full on obsessed mode. And unfortunately, I do have to cut down. But honestly, I have all the guns that I would want to have, so the amount of guns that I would want is less. There's still like 3 blasters that I would like to get, but yeah, I think I won't buy as much Nerf stuff as I have, hopefully. So yeah, that was the pickup video. Lots of stuff to talk about. Not so many movies. I haven't come across that many movies, but a whole bunch of Nerf. But I like this. I like this hobby. Somewhere down the line, I'll either give all the guns away to my nephews or my daughter, or I'll sell them or something. But for now, I'll enjoy the hell out of these Nerf guns. So yeah. That was the pickup video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, thanking you and signing out.